Hey guys, and welcome back to the Suspisode Halloween edition. My name is Erin. I'm in third year neuroscience, and I'm one of your on-cams.
I'm Jonathan. I'm in second year CS and stats, and I'm one of your on-cams as well.
I'm Carlo. I'm in second year stats, and I'm also one of your on-cams.
My name is Jeremy, and I am in my third year in computer science and math, and then on-cam.
You look like you're about to cry.
I had to look at the notes for like a second because I forgot what to say.
That's okay.
But it's okay.
Because of the math part.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So, what are you guys being for Halloween this year?
You want to go?
Well, I guess I'm Stitch right now. Fit
Nice.
Oh, I'm a sloth. You can't see, but I have a tail under all this.
Are you just gonna go out like that? Like,
I've been going out like this for the last 3 years.
okay.
I bought this in like grade 11. I've just been rocking with it ever since.
Nice. So it's like your
Yeah.
iconic look.
I'm just too lazy to spend more money to get another one.
Well,
That's very
That's
fair.
like sloth activities. You know?
Yeah, for real.
Word,
I embody the
word,
sloth.
Yeah.
word. How about you, Jeremy?
I'm a devil this year, and I'm also evil.
Period. We need like a zoom in on your shirt with the little tape on it.
There's
Nice.
so much tape on that shirt. Why did you need to do the bars?
Oh, because it's like, in an apocalypse movie with zombies when you have to like board up your windows with wood.
Oh.
That's the vibe.
No, he's
Wow.
onto something. He's onto something.
A lot was put into that thought.
What are you?
Right now I'm a fish. But when we go out, I'm going to do like these two group costumes. So the first one is going to be Kung Fu Panda with the Muay Thai exec team. I'm gonna be Po, obviously, because like main character vibes, obviously. And then I'm going out with my boyfriend as well, and we're gonna be Dragon and the donkey from Shrek. So I think that'll be good. I'm not being the donkey. I'm gonna be the Dragon. Yeah, I'm not gonna be the donkey. No, but yeah. Speaking of scary times, it is kind of midterm season right now. Have you guys had your midterms already?
I've had two.
I've had
Two?
two, yeah.
I heard you have a lot upcoming.
In the next upcoming weeks, I have 3 in a row.
Like
Yeah.
back to back to back.
Oh, that's...
What are they?
Comp Sci 304, Math 215, and then Math 220.
Oh, so much
Scary, bro. That's terrifying.
How are you feeling about them?
I'm feeling very stressed. I'm trying to think of like some strategies, like to really get into the mood, to really like.
Get in the zone.
Yeah, get in
Enter
the
your
zone.
mind palace. How many midterms like do you guys all have?
Dude, I don't know.
Like the whole semester?
Like the whole semester.
See, the thing is, it's like some of these classes, I don't know if I'd count it as a midterm, but they're like quizzes, but they're worth like 12% each. But the thing is like our math 100 like midterms were only worth 10%, but you'd still call it a midterm, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's really weird. Like I don't know how I would like quantify a midterm. Like normally I'm like if it happens twice, it's a midterm. If it happens more than twice, it's like not a midterm.
Yeah.
But then like if it's worth like 15% each time, that's more than some midterms, right?
Nah. No, that's. I hate the quizzes that are worth like 10% of your grade and they're only like 10 minutes long. Because like there's this assignment that I had that was like I put my whole like heart into it and it was only worth 4% of my grade, but this quiz that was literally 10 minutes at the beginning of class was worth like 15%. And I did way better on the assignment than I did on the quiz.
15% quiz?
Yeah.
It's weird when you quantify it, right? Because each question's like 2% of your grade or something.
Yeah. Ugh, that's too much. That's too much.
Oh, you know what I like really dislike about you're in CS, so you know the prairie test. The
What is that? What is that?
So in the ICICS building, there's like these computer labs like downstairs, right? And then so that's where all CS students go to take their exams. At least like anything like kind of like coding based, most CS classes, at least like from second year onwards, I think, do a lot of their exams in like
The
what they call
dungeons?
like the CBTF. I think that's what it's called. And basically like so you go into this computer lab, you log into this thing called Prairie Test, and your test is loaded, right? What sucks about it is that it grades each question as you go. So every time you do one question, you see exactly how many marks you've lost.
That's so scary.
So you walk out that exam, you know exactly what you did wrong. Unless they auto-graded it wrong, but you know exactly what you did wrong. And it is the most, at least like in my first year, the most nerve-wracking. Because like you get the first question wrong,
Yeah,
all of a sudden you're like, oh no, it's
The
over.
confidence. The
Everything
confidence
just
is
goes-
shaken.
Yeah, it's over because they show you exactly how much each question is weighted too, right? And then like
So you could calculate your grade like as soon as it's over.
oh, there's a bar.
Oh, you,
like-
so they
Like a
just,
progress
they do it
bar?
for
Yeah,
you.
the bar starts off as all red, and then it just increments as green. The more like questions you do right. But the thing is, if you get it all wrong, the bar just stays red.
No.
There's like the bar, and then like it fills up with green, but then like there's like white text in the middle, and it's like exactly how like what percentage you have, dude. It's like
That's so stressful.
I did.
Do you have to do like questions like one after the other, or can you skip through?
You can just save your answers, and then just like it'll auto submit for you at the end. But then like some questions, like it's nice in the fact that you can gain momentum, but it's so easy to crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your strategy for taking those then? Do you just like pray?
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Like honestly, like there's no other way except to just pray, cause like, dude, it's always like you tell yourself, oh, you know, it's gonna be fine, and then the moment you see like the 0% X with like the little red bar next to it, you're like, oh, it's over. It's actually
No.
over.
Each question, like once you hit like submit, it's like all or nothing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
sometimes they'll give you multiple options, but then like the max amount you can receive per attempt like goes down. So like you can never get like unless you get it like first time, you can never get it. But like what's nice kind of I guess is like they kind of just show you like which questions you did wrong. But then like you're just like, oh, like because then more red shows up on your screen. Cause like if it's like a multiple choice, right? Like you have like 4 questions and then it's like oh like you have to pick like the options. Like if you got like 2 of them wrong, it'll tell you which 2 you did wrong. So then like all of a sudden your screen's like just like so much red and I'm just like
No.
Wait, so does that like immediate feedback? Does that help with like other questions or just like
no.
Oh.
No, it's
Oh,
just to
really?
intimidate you.
Oh.
I feel like it's just like because every question has different learning goals, so then it's just not related
No.
onto the next one. So then you're just like, oh, it's not good. It's not fun.
Do you know what I'm also scared of during midterms?
What?
It's like the professor like snatching your test.
Why would
No.
they do that though?
I have one of my friends. He told me this story from like their chem midterm last year.
Yeah.
So what happened was like they were handing out the test or something, and then there's this one person who like I think
She was an international student. I don't think she
something- I don't
understood
know,
English.
they like
that
flipped her
well.
the pages without knowing, and the professor ran up the stairs, snatched the test, and then I think she just got a 0 on that.
It was-
I don't
That's
know, I
so
don't know.
scary.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
my
even though
God.
they say like, oh, you can write your name, like I'm just like cautious, like can I write my name? Can I?
Double checking.
No, I was in that test section, and I think it was Chem 121 midterm 1, and like so from what I heard, the person who got their like test snatched wasn't like English wasn't their first language, right? So like, and also the lecture was like packed that day. So like, if any of you guys have ever, like, you guys have all taken Chem 121, right? Okay, well, for Jeremy, basically like they put us in like really like they're not the best rooms, and then like you have like these like little like you know like the ones. And then normally you get one to the side to like put your things. Yeah, it was booked to the point where I didn't even have the side one.
Oh, that's
so
so
I
annoying.
had my formula sheet and my test all on like this like one like little quarter table, right, dude? And then yeah, so then I think she like didn't even flip through the test. I heard she just flipped it around, dude. The prof man ran up like a cartoon villain. And then she like snatched the test, and then I was like, dude, I felt so bad. And then I think she like left like right away. And
No.
it was like such it was a really bad way to start the exam, because all of a sudden like yo, we're already stressed about this
Yeah.
exam.
And then
It's one of the first exams of the year, and like Chem 121's like notoriously like pretty like it's not really hard, I would say, but it's like it's not
It's
forgiving.
challenging.
Yeah.
And then like now all of a sudden we're like, yo, like I don't even want to touch the test anymore.
No, that,
Yeah.
I
Everyone's
touch
on
it.
edge.
Yeah, you touch it and then you're like, oh dude, what if I just get a 0, right? And then like those midterms aren't worth like a little. I'm pretty sure they're worth like what 15 or something. Like they were a pretty sizable chunk, and like oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
that's
that's
terrifying.
my biggest fear during midterms, just like getting it snatched just like that.
Low key, that's why I feel like the CBTF is like so safe, because the nice thing, you book your own exam slot, which is like quite nice, and they can't say, oh, you're cheating, because
Yeah.
they literally like check you for everything. They're like, no phones, no nothing. But the thing is, if they even find earbuds on you, I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah. no, like-
Really?
yeah, because they tell you. The nice thing is that they will like warn you. They're like, yo, one last opportunity, take everything out of your pockets, otherwise like if we catch you, like you're done. But, yeah.
Dang. Is that like specifically only for comp sci courses, or like, because I remember that courses in first year for me, like they would ask you to take your backpack off and like leave it at the front of the room, but now like no profs ever ask me to do that, so I don't know if they just like don't really care that much anymore. Or...
Basically, they have like racks, right? So like you just put all your bags. But one thing I have noticed is that like second years, I don't know if like you guys have noticed, I feel like our midterm rooms are like, they don't even like give us rooms anymore, like separate rooms for it. Like we just have to do it all in like
In your lecture?
and they don't even like, they like, I don't know, I feel like for second year sometimes I feel like it's really right when they say like we're not as like prioritized as like third, because like second year is like a really weird place for us, because like first year is like all like specialization year, right? Third year you're like, yo, you gotta get them ready to graduate. Fourth is like they're graduating. Second year is kind of like
no, they can figure it out, like kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you guys have any rooms you don't like taking lectures in?
The IRC. Or not IRC, not even lectures, but like for midterms specifically, like those are small desks.
Yeah.
And like if you have a calculator, a ruler, a whatever, a formula sheet, your cheat sheet, like whatever, like there's no space at all.
Yeah.
Like I remember for Chem, like 121, 123, you have those really long sheets of paper, or was it Chem 233? Or one of them, 233. You have these long pieces of paper that you have to like draw the reactions on, but like the whole paper doesn't even fit on the desk. It's like half of the paper fits on the desk, and you have to like shuffle it across, and it's like I hate them. Literally. And then it sucks when like because for Chem 233 there's so many students, like some people are in IRC, but some people get like the HEB, and they get like the nice tables where everything fits. So then you're just like disadvantaged.
Yeah, I don't like it when we only get quarter desks with classes with formula sheets. Also, like, speaking of formula sheets, I took this midterm last year, physics, 131. Dude, there was a question on the formula sheet. Like, the formula sheet was on the last page. We couldn't even rip off the formula sheet because, like, there was a question attached to it. So some students ripped it off. They didn't even get to the last question because they never knew it was there.
No.
It's horrible.
All right, guys, we have a special column that we've started just for this episode, and we asked you guys for your confessions, like what kind of things you have on your mind as a student at UBC, and so we're going to go through some of the confessions you guys sent in. Does one of you guys want to read in a question or confession?
We can start off with someone who says, "This one LFS Sage guy might ruin my life. I got a lock-in for advanced organic chem, but he came back after ghosting. I've been sending risky text messages so that I won't check my phone for a couple of days at a time. How do I stay emotionally detached? Should I just dissolve him with concentrated sulfuric acid for Halloween? A puddle of black..."
It's too much.
He's about to cry right now.
"A puddle of black goo and his pretty black hair is basically the same, right? I'm just a girl."
Oh.
You're a murderer!
I don't.
It's okay.
Just block him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you gotta put yourself first.
Put you
Yeah.
first.
You gotta put yourself first.
Don't give him so much power over you.
Period.
For real. Wow, this is a really personal one for the first confession on this podcast.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
I'm really glad you felt this was a safe space to
You know what? You do you.
Yeah.
You know what? Guys, they're gonna come and go, but your education is forever.
But
put yourself
legally,
first.
We suggest
Word.
you do not kill the guy.
Yes.
Because that would probably not help you with your midterms either.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Also, like, where are you getting this much sulfuric acid?
Exactly.
Like, come on, guys.
No.
Anyways, we have a question. You want to read the question?
Sure. This person asks, what are some motivations to actually show up to class when you don't have a lecture crush or any sort of eye candy? Such a good question.
Are you even paying attention to the lecture?
Probably not.
I mean...
What I like to do is I like to think about how much I'm actually paying for this class. Like, when
That's
I
true.
look through Workday and it says I'm paying $600 for this one class, that really motivates me to show up because, like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, you like miss one lecture, that's like, what, $50?
Yeah, actually, though.
Like, yeah, some courses just, like, don't record their lectures because they want you to come to, like, lectures, so, like, you kind of have to go. Just think of the number at the end of the semester and, like, how high you want it to go.
Word.
And then decide how your lecture attendance after that.
Exactly. No, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I'll just look at like the post-lecture slides, like the prof uploads them. But then when I look at the post-lecture slides, it looks like he wrote in like a different language. Like I just actually cannot read anything he says.
Just a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys want to be featured on the next sus episode, we're gonna have this in our link tree in our bio and for the Instagram handle @susubc. Yeah, we're trying to get to a lot more followers this year, so please give it a check out.
Yay! Woo!
Yeah. And one last section we had just for this, a special edition, column on this was, what is your favorite bubble tea order? And we'll be ranking 3 of them right now. So yeah.
Period. Carla, do you want to go over the options?
Let's see what your bubble tea orders are. So the first one is matcha strawberry latte with plant-based milk with pearls.
Period.
The second one is strawberry smoothie with coconut jelly.
That sounds pretty good.
And the third one is warm caramel latte with pearls.
Okay.
That sounds good for like the fall.
That does sound
interesting.
good.
I've never heard of like bubble tea hot or like warm.
It's actually really good with the pearls too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really
I just
good.
really don't like
Yeah.
warm drinks.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, even when it's cold, I still kind of prefer cold drinks.
It's like,
anyways.
lose the refreshment factor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
It's like just soup at that point. I don't consider soup food. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, what's the difference between, like, a really hot drink? Like, hot chocolate's basically just, like, hot, like, sweet
Chocolate soup?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
I think your bubble tea order is just fine.
You know what? Okay.
No, I respect it. Like, it sounds good.
You
but,
just
like,
called their order soup.
I mean, I'm not against soup. Like, anyways. Let's
Anywho,
rank it.
yes. Which one of these, like, stands out to you guys?
The first one.
The first
The
one?
matcha
But
strawberry
the plant-based milk is, like, catching me off guard. Like, what kind of plant?
Like, oat.
Like
almond.
oat? Okay,
Oh,
okay, that
that's
works.
That's
fine.
Because when I
plant-based,
think of plant, I think of, like,
Like a broccoli.
like grass or something.
Oh, that's the matcha part, no?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're putting the matcha strawberry latte first.
I'm down to just do it in the order that we read it.
Oh, you're putting the soup
As
last.
long as as long as that's last.
The soup is last. We apologize.
crazy?
We apologize. This is kind of controversial.
It is nice, though, because there's a lot of... I like the diversity and selection that we got here. You know?
True. Guys, speaking of all this bubble tea, kind of makes me wish I had one right now.
Whoa!
What
Bubble
is
tea!
that? Oh my gosh, I got a honey milk tea. What did you guys get?
Got a black milk tea.
Nice.
Also got honey milk tea.
Wow,
I got
it's like they like heard us or something. Dang.
I got a mango green tea with pearls.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. This is so perfect as like a little midterm treat, like after you slay them. Their menu even has like substitutes for like if you don't take milk, if you like have allergies, like it's a really, really good diverse selection.
I think mine has oat milk right now.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, it's like the plant-based milk we were talking about before.
Yeah, exactly. And I heard they also have warm options too if you're wanting that soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, real.
From what we've been told.
If you are a science student and are wanting 10% off, make sure you check out the link. It's going to be in the caption. Grab that discount, grab your sweet treat, and slay your midterms.
Yup.
Yep.
Thank you, Pro Fever!
Amazing. Now to end off the podcast, let's go over some of our Halloween stories. Do any of you have any?
I have one. So when I was a kid, so back like where I used to live, like I used to really like trick-or-treating because like it was like a really small neighborhood, but like there was like a lot of houses like back to back to back. So then we were just like, I'd go around and I try to get as much candy as possible, like any other kid, right? But then like, so I'd like fill up like 3 like shopping bags. Like they're not big, but like they're like, it's quite a bit of candy, right? I get home, right? And then my mom, like, as all parents, like, oh, like, you know, like, pick a couple out, you can, like, eat them for a bit, and then, you know, like, we'll give you the rest later, right? So then, you know, I'm, like, fine with this, because this is, like, you know, the norm, right? I pick my candy, you know, some, like, Coffee Crisp, like, some Kit Kats, you know, all the good stuff, some lollipops, and then, like, you know, like, maybe, like, 2 weeks goes by, right? And then, like, it's gone, right? And then, like, I go back, and I'm like, yo, where's the candy? And then my parents like pretend to look for them, and then it's just like, oh, it's gone, right? Many years later, I learned that they would take my candy stash, right? And they would take it to work to give to their coworkers. Like, I was like, yo, what?
That's betrayal.
I was like, I couldn't believe it. They
was
just stole my candy.
They actually cheated you as a child.
Yeah. For
It's
years.
every year.
Every year, yeah.
Oh.
Like clockwork. Dude, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was like, it's the ultimate betrayal as a child.
That is pain.
Oh my god.
Okay, but did you guys hear about the UBC ghost story?
Ghost stories?
What ghost
like on
story?
UBC campus?
Yeah.
There's a ghost
There's
on
like-
UBC.
there's like- yeah.
Yo, it's time to go, man.
What?
Okay, so how it goes is like on rainy nights in October, a young woman can be seen like hitching along University Boulevard, right? And so when a driver pulls over to give her like a ride, she seems like, oh, it's distressed. She's distressed, like, and she jumps in your car, and like she's soaked in the rain. She tells you like, oh, she's anxious to get home, and she gives you her address. And then when the car reaches that like house or whatever, the driver turns around and you find out she's gone. She's not in the back seat anymore.
Bro, what?
So like, of course, the driver's like confused, right? Like, where'd she go? And then he knocks on the door on the house, like, hello, did she get back safe or whatever? And then who opens the door is a old lady, like grandma type old lady.
Grandma type old lady word.
And then he tells her that there is this. Oh no. Pause.
Wait, I thought you knew the story. What are you looking at?
Okay. So like when the driver tells the story to like the old woman, she like smiles and like giggles, and she tells him how her daughter was a pedestrian killed in a hit and run accident one rainy night on University Boulevard. Like she was coming home from Halloween party and she got hit and she died that night. Every year around the anniversary of her death, her spirit hitches a ride home on that same road. And that's how the story goes.
That is. What?
What? That's so scary, bro.
I'm not going on University Boulevard anymore.
No, like,
No, but like what if you like she needs a ride home? You gotta,
bro, you gotta put me first. Like, I'm getting out of there, man.
I mean, you drive to campus, right? Are you going on University Boulevard October 31st and you're giving her a ride home? Is that what you're doing? Is that how you're gonna spend your night?
Girl.
nah, I'm putting me first.
No, hey, that's what we thought. And on that note, y'all stay safe this Halloween. Don't give anyone any rides home. Get your Pearl Fever and your discount. And stay sus with us.